I swear to the source files, if I go through all of this just to say the camera wasn't on... Oh, there we go. It's on. Hello. My name's Professor Thunderous Wyres. I am the lead scientist at Mostech City. The 5 leaders have requested I record this series to tell you about all the things our creator has thought of. However, while I am personally not related to the creation of said things, I am fascinated by them. As the lead scientist here, my job is to take concepts and rebuild them to make them better. And while I could go on and on about all the things I've designed, I believe it's best to stick with one thing for today. Without further ado, today I will be talking about the species known as the radio lizards. Radio lizards, as the name and image implies, are a species of lizard that has a full working radio for a skull. Each radio lizard measures around 30 to 50 centimeters tall, has an average life expectancy of 32 years, and there are about 30 billion of them documented across the orchard. Looking at this design, you'd assume that such a creature was made in a lab, but actually, the radio in this creature's head is just the result of the species taking a very specific turn when it came to evolution. It starts around 5000 BGW on the radio lizard's homeworld, Reality 8174. The first evolution was due to their predators that would kill the lizards by striking their skulls. In retaliation, the lizards evolved to cover their skulls in a thin layer of biological wood and steel. That worked until the predators learnt the specific weak spots of the lizards. And so, the lizards struck back by evolving the armor under their skin, confusing the predators on where to hit. This worked for the lizards until a third-party event called GW caused cracks in realities to open, sending the species across realities. These cracks in realities spread the radio lizard species across an estimated 520 different realities. Due to the radio lizards being a social species, they tried anything they could to reconnect with their lost brothers. By doing this, they developed a sort of telepathical way to connect to each other across the dimensions. We aren't too sure why they evolved to radio specifically, but one thing we do know from current testing is that they are untappable by any other radio or communication devices. Now that we know how they got here, let's actually talk about where they are in the orchard. Radio lizards can be found in most large forest-type realities across the orchard. They are a friendly species that is fun towards most people. In fact, the only reason a radio lizard would be harmful to you is if you try to interfere with their radio signals. Radio lizards hang out in packs of around 50 to 60 members. As seen in this image, radio lizards sleep near tall metal structures to keep their radio waves on high alert. Moving on, when I did mention that before, radio lizards don't like it when you tap into their radio signals, there is one exception. When a radio lizard is old enough, it's too tired to stop us from interfering with its signals. This allows us to actually understand and talk to the radio lizards. From countless tests with a simple radio system, we figured out through conversations that they won't attack anyone in their territory if they can understand them. They'll simply ask them to leave. Alright, now it's time to see if you've been paying attention. What was the chain of evolution that resulted in the radio lizards getting their unique head? I'm not looking for a specific answer, but if you said something along the lines of head armor, then putting the armor under the skin, before using their signals to connect to each other through realities, you'd be correct. To end this log off, I'd like to say that I can understand the reason our creator chose for the first log to be of the radio lizard. When looking back at our creator's history, there are 3 creations that continue to evolve and adapt from being created a decade ago to becoming what they are today. Those creations are a pirate captain with a blue beard, a scientist trained in every field, and finally, the radio lizard. While Bluebeard and I have changed a lot over the years, our little brother hasn't changed at all in design, only gaining context. Anyway, that's where I want to end it today. Next episode, I want to talk more about the other realities in the orchard. But for now, thank you for watching, and be sure to keep an eye out for the next episode. Now, how do I turn this damn camera